welcome to this week's show for Drawn to Whitetails. Hope you enjoyed last week's show with the hit list. I know we had mentioned, there might be a few surprises, and I can already tell you that we've had a few surprises. So stay with us throughout the year, see if we can connect on any of those bucks that we had. This week we're going to have a couple topics for you. Bow season kicked off. Today's September 6th. Kicked off on the 5th, but it has been way too hot for us to get in a tree, and we don't have anything big pattern, so we're just going to be err on the side of caution and try to get in the sets next week when it cools down quite a bit. I'm going to be talking about scent control when it comes to your clothing and how I try to reduce the amount of scent I'm putting out in my clothes. And in the second half of the show, Josh Yancey is going to be talking about they're starting to get corn out on several of his properties, and he's after a certain buck, and they are putting a trail camera trap out for this deer, trying to find him. They don't have any pictures of him at all this year, so hopefully they can get a picture of him, let him confirm that he's there, and they can start getting ready to hunt him once they find his location. So hope you enjoy this week's show. Let's get into the action. All right, last week Dale Wilson touched on scent control when he's checking his cameras, because again, the number one defense for a deer, in my opinion, is his nose. And you've got to be able to pull him, so you got to reduce the scent. Today is opening day of bow season here in Kentucky, but I am not going to be in a tree. It's 96 degrees outside right now, and I don't have a buck pattern, or at least a big buck pattern, and I don't want to get in there and booger anything up. Next weekend, I think timing is going to be much better. We're supposed to get a big cold front come through in the middle of this week and cool us down from the mid-90s to the mid to upper 70s. So I think we'll have a much better chance next weekend. I've been patient all summer. I'm going to be patient one more weekend before I jump into a tree. But what I do, I just wanted to touch on kind of what I do with my clothing whenever I'm getting it ready, trying to eliminate the scent on that. We're here in my laundry room, and I'm going to start washing a set of clothes right now. I'm going to throw everything in there, from my socks that I use to my shirts and my pants and my bow vest. Man, I wear this all the time. I keep all my stuff just handy. Make sure I get that washed. My hat, I got the Under Armour hat. It is supposed to be scent controlling. I wear that. There's my pants. All right, the one thing that I don't want anybody to forget is their towel. I mean, this is the first thing you put on your body when you get out of the shower, when you're washing with your shampoo and your body wash and all that from Execute. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you get your towel done. When I get out of the shower, I dry it off with this towel, and then I take this and I hang it outside. And that's what we're going to touch on in the second part of this video. Once I wash all of this, I don't put it in my dryer, because there's a lot of other odors and stuff in that dryer. I go outside and hang it on a line out back, or on the kids' play set, something that it can air dry. And we'll touch on that here in a minute. So I'm going to wash this, then I'm going to go check trail cameras. Well, it takes about 20-30 minutes for this to wash, and then we'll come back and touch about how I air dry it and spray it off, and then we'll talk also about the Scent Master tote, or box. All right, as you can see, I'm sitting here hanging my clothes out to dry after I washed them in the Execute laundry detergent. I don't like putting mine in the dryer, like I mentioned before, because it's got other odors and stuff in it. Out here on my back deck, I got the grill right here. I got a dog that kind of is in this area, but I haven't grilled in a while. The dog isn't up here on the deck, so I don't think any of those odors can get in these clothes. If I did, I'd hang it out here on the swing set or something and let it air dry. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I've got my socks hung, getting the rest of my clothes hung, and then once all this dries, I'm going to spray it down with the Execute scent control stuff, and then I'm going to put it in our Scent Master tote, and I'll touch on that here in just a few moments. All right, while my clothes are drying, I want to touch on a couple other things. On my clothing, I always wear scent suppressing clothing, something like Scent Lock or the Under Armour version. In the early season I have Scent Lock, and then late season I got some Under Armour stuff. I'm not brand specific, I just wear whatever on sale the day I went looking for it. But what I did get this year is a Scent Master scent control box, and I'm excited to try this. I've heard about it on Midwest Whitetail, plus Josh Yancey, our other pro staffer, has this, and I think this will just make my storage of my hunting clothes and hunting accessories just that much easier. The way this thing works is you put your gear in here, your boots, your harnesses, your clothing, everything that you use in here, and then you can turn it on, and it's got carbon filter at the bottom and a carbon filter at top, and it circulates the air in this box at 130 degrees. The thing that causes odor is moisture. Moisture hence causes bacteria, and bacteria causes odor. So we want to kill all that bacteria where it can't grow and cause the odor. So this year I'm going to be using this a lot. Whenever I get it in and out of the field, I'm going to put my stuff in this box, take it home, turn it on. When I go back out to the field, I'll put the box back in my truck, and then whenever I get to my spot, I'll change clothes and be ready to go. But I'll be putting everything in here. I'm going to put my boots in here, my harnesses, my backpacks, my binoculars, any of my other accessories, along with all my clothing. I think it's going to make things a lot easier. Instead of putting everything in different totes, it's all going to be in one location, and it's going to be a scent reduction because of the way the box works. So if you get a chance, I encourage you to check this out this year. I think it just makes things so much more convenient, and again, trying to beat that deer's nose, it's going to reduce your scent when you're afield.
Welcome to Drawn to Whitetails. It is Sunday, September the 6th. Me and Jeremy's out here on one of my farms. What we're doing today is actually Kentucky bow season is in, but it's like 95 degrees. And me and Jeremy really don't have a buck pinpointed to where we can hunt. So what we're doing out here today is that we're going to put out some covert cameras, put out some corn. We got one in particular buck that we're looking for. They finally got the corn shelled on this piece of property that we're hunting, and it was all in corn, so kind of freed some things up for us so we can get some cameras out. And what's going on right now is these deer are starting to transition. They're starting to lose their velvet, and then what these bucks are going to do is they're going to start dispersing into their fall ranges. So what our goal is today is we got about 5 cameras we're going to put out. We got one in particular buck we're looking for. We call him the T-buck. So join us along. We're going to put these cameras out, and what we'll do is we'll leave them out for about 7 to 10 days, and we should capture a picture of about every buck in this part of the farm. That's kind of a general thing that we like to do. We come in here about this time of year and put a lot of cameras out just to try to take inventory to see what bucks we got that are staying on our farms. Ones that have been here in velvet may have moved off, and see what stayed. So that's just something we like to try to do, just to try to find what deers we're going to be hunting. A car just went by, but anyway, so that's our plan for today. Anyway, stick with us and let's get to work.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this week's show for Drawn to Whitetails. Hopefully you can pick up on some of those tips about minimizing the scent with the way you wash your clothes and carry them to and from the field. Also, we'll try to bring you an update if Josh is able to find that target buck he hadn't seen at all this year. He made it through last year, but with all of his farms being in corn, he just hadn't got his picture taken yet. So hopefully we can bring you a picture of him and let you know if he's still around and Josh has got his target buck to hunt this fall. Next week we plan on being in the tree, plan on hunting. Again, that front is 95 today. The front is going to be coming through midweek, and next week it's supposed to be in the 70s. So with that front coming through, you need to capitalize on that. If you can, get in a tree next weekend with that change in weather, and the deer should be on their feet, and you should be able to maybe at least get in the game. That's all we got for this week's show. As we always say at the end, the season never ends.